Enjoy.
Sorry about that. We just despised the police is all.
It's kind of weird when you say it with a smile like that.
Oh, she says that while sitting next to Makoto, who wants to be a police chief. I like Makoto as a character a lot, but that was like an element that felt like very idealistic of her. But also at the same time, people like her in that position are what helps actually improve the profession and the like legitimacy of it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But, you know, saying next to Makoto, we despise the police.
So, why'd you rescue us?
We'd appreciate it if you'd get to the point.
Fine, fine. I'll skip the runaround and just tell you. I'm Zenkichi Hasegawa, an investigator on loan to Tokyo's public security branch. I'm officially an inspector. It's not a rank to sneeze at.
Inspectors are not to be sneezed at. Okay, I've got it.
Who said that? Whatever. I need to ask you something. Did you hear at all about that mess on the chat show the other day? With Alice Hiragi?
I do... Okay. Rule of thumb when talking to cops. Because the nature of being a cop means that, one, their job is to arrest people, and their success in their job is considered by, like, how many people they arrest, right? If you're just like, if you have a cop that's just like going between innocent case, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, they don't look as good as someone who's like constantly arresting quote unquote guilty people and whatnot, right? So cops tend to have a tendency to look for things to treat you as a guilty party on, right? So it's generally a good rule of thumb, no matter what, and the laws of your countries may vary, but in the US at the very least, we do have a right to be silent and not have to answer questions on most topics outside of very specific scenarios. So it's generally good to, one, not necessarily lie, but not reveal more information than you need to. So, yeah.
Yeah, of course you did. It was a huge disaster.
Me saying that I hadn't heard of it would, at the very least, be suspicious for not having, like I was trying to hide something. If I'm just saying, yeah, it's like, yeah, I heard about that. Because, yeah, like you said, of course I did.
Well, there's already been a full investigation into the incident. There was no indication the MC was planning to propose. Everyone questioned said he didn't even know who Alice was before this week. Not only that, he'd already been engaged to his co-host for however long. There isn't a whiff of motive to be found. So, the police have concluded, doesn't this sound like the work of the Phantom Thieves?
Wait, you're saying...
A whole lot of similar cases last year, no? Sudden personality shifts, abnormal behavior, psychotic breakdowns. If that MC went bonkers from a change of heart, you're gonna be suspect number one. The leader of the Phantom Thieves of Hearts. We don't know if it's drugs or hypnosis or what, but they want to charge you with criminal mischief. It's only a matter of time before you're arrested.
But why?
This is outrageous. What proof do you have?
Sure, it's outrageous, but we don't actually have any proof yet. That's why I'm here. So, level with me. Are you?
Huh?
Are you the one doing this?
Hell no, dude!
I won't make any allegations. We are 100% not the ones doing this. On what grounds would we have motivation? Put us in the place of the location. Oh, no, it sounds sort of similar. Oh, yeah, that's reason to think.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, just a second. Hello, Commissioner. Yes, I'm with the Phantom Thieves leader. I just asked for a confession, but he says he's innocent. Yes, that's right. Huh? Kidding? No, this is all real. That's enough nonsense? Oh, okay. I'm on my way to the office. Well, as you saw, I reported what you said to my boss. But if you ask me, I don't think she's convinced.
Did he really call his boss?
Holy shit! What is with this guy?
What are you trying to prove here?
No matter how hard you claim to be innocent, there are people out there chomping at the bit to arrest you. If that ever happens, you're done for. And I'll be up the river too, because then this case will never get solved.
Depends what sort of rights are given to people in Japan, right? And it depends how well those rights are enforced, right? Like, actually protected. Malicious arrest and stuff like that is illegal in the US, at least. Enforced? Cops tend not to arrest people that are doing the things that enable them to do what they want. And prosecutors tend to want to work with cops so they don't do things to piss off cops. Let's say that's the typical way that plays out. Let's go with that. So, it depends what rights there are and all that sort of fun stuff. Yeah, I could get arrested, but that doesn't mean I'm convicted. There's also, I guess, the element that people tend to, once you're arrested, they treat you like you're a criminal, and they treat you like you're guilty on that element of that as well. It's an interesting dynamic. It certainly wouldn't be good if they felt like they could do that, yeah.
So I wanted to make you an offer. Or maybe more like a deal.
A deal with you?
I want to solve this case. To do that, I need the intel you've gathered. At the moment, I don't have anything that even resembles a lead. I'm totally at a loss. You, though, you just don't want to get arrested. I can do what needs to be done, so that won't happen. Bureau men are a trustworthy lot in the force. There won't be any problems. Sound like a fair deal to you?
You seem pretty shady. I'm gonna be outright on this.
That makes two of us, huh?
We don't have any reason why we should trust you.
You know how they say the wise cat hides its claws? Let's just say that applies to me, too.
I've literally never heard that.
Same.
What do you think? You don't have to do anything until you decide whether you trust him or not.
That sure is a noisy cat.
Meow! Meow! Meow!
Well, I don't need an answer right away. Get back to me once you think it over. I hope you'll see things my way, Phantom Thieves. All right, boss. Be back soon for some curry.
Sorry, the curry's 86th. For you.
Oh, now that hurts.
That guy.
What is with that guy? Ugh, he is absolutely ridiculous.
He appears to have a great many bats in his belfry.
That's a way to phrase it. Yeah, he seems very, very, very confident. I'd say unfounded, but given his position, who knows what the fuck he's done in his, job.
Zenkichi Hasegawa? What a cool name for such a dweeb. But if he was telling the truth just now, they're gonna arrest him?
What a bullshit deal! I say it's more of a threat.
Without a doubt, it still beats having him arrested. Walking into a trap isn't smart, but the intel might still pay off for us.
Right. Now that we know the police are on the move, we've already benefited from that guy. But now, the big question. How much can we trust him?
We cannot trust him. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't take the deal. What's he asking for? Intel? We can pick and choose what we tell him. It depends if he even believes us. Do the police even believe any of the metaverse stuff? Because I don't think they do. But we can't trust them at the very least.
I'm right there with you. It'd just be too risky.
So it depends.
So, fess up. What'd you do this time?
Nothing. No worries, Sojiro.
This is about that Alice girl, right? You're suspected of causing that whole mess on TV somehow. Is that it?
But it's totally bull. We know Alice is the one doing it.
We're sorry, boss. We really didn't want to bother you again.
Well, you didn't do it, right? So keep your chin up. If it's totally bull, then it's up to you to prove it.
Boss! Chief really nailed it there.
If you need anything, just let me know.
Aw. Thank you, Sojiro. First things first, we take care of Alice. We can respond to the detective later. If Alice publicly admits to what she's been doing, it should clear our name anyway.
Oh, right. Then we wouldn't even need to make a deal with him.
Nevertheless, we've yet to find a way to get closer to Alice's castle.
That wall really is our biggest problem. In trouble? I can help.
We're trying to figure out a way past that damn wall.
I'm sorry. I don't have a solution to that. How about hacking it, Futaba?
I could probably do something if it's linked directly to a terminal, but...
A terminal? There is a control panel on the other side of the wall.
What?
Wait.
It was saved in my memory when we first confronted it. Therefore, really.
Could she alone fly over in her flying saucer persona? That would make her in extreme amounts of danger.
Damn, I can't believe you remember that. What an eye, huh, guys?
It's AI.
Who are you talking to? Have a friend on the phone?
It's just your imagination, Sojiro.
It's almost like I've had my shop swiped from under my butt. That means you can lock up for me, right? I'm about to head out. And don't stay up too late either. Got it?
Roger.
Thank you again.
Well, don't overdo it.
Hey, at least he trusts us. It's a nice feeling.
Now we have to figure out how we're going to get Futaba on the other side of the wall.
Perhaps we could climb it with her? I don't think it's too high for us.
There are too many searchlights in the area. We're being quickly surrounded.
We're going to need a decoy to put a dent in their defenses for us.
One decoy? Who do you think could actually pull that off?
Who could be a decoy by themselves?
Oh, no, I mean, I think I just volunteered again. Yeah, I guess I was. I refuse. No. Let's get that Zenkichi guy. Let's throw him in there. Let him be a decoy. Let him fucking swarm him as we go do our things.
Sorry, you're the only one who could pull this off.
Fine.
Now there's our leader. I knew you'd do it. Make a huge commotion to draw as much of the Shadow's attention as you can for us.
This still sounds too dangerous, even for him. Shouldn't someone back him up?
I can provide support. I will divide the enemy's attention between him and myself. This will lighten the burden placed upon you.
Don't push yourself too hard. I know I was just like, no, I don't really want to do it, but I was more just seeing if the game would let me.
Okay, I won't push myself too hard.
All right, we've got a plan. Now we just have to assign roles to the rest of the team.
Cool. So we are forced out of it. Will we be able to...
Hey.
Your diversion is going to be crucial to the plan's success. Before we touch you, I'll make sure it's right as possible. So... Are there, like, confidants that we can do?
Yo!
It doesn't seem like it. How do we spend our time? By... Is there a, like... I'm trying to think of, like, what is the downside to, like, going out? Do you actually lose day... Like, going out and getting more SP, do you actually lose days? And proceed to, like... lose opportunity to do other stuff? It doesn't seem like there's much of an opportunity to lose. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's much to do. Unless I'm missing something, like, intrinsically in how this works. Well, either way, I think that probably makes for a good stopping point for this recording, at least. I'll be back soon, and I'll see you all then in Persona 5 Strikers. Drive safely, everyone. And hello, and welcome back to me, like, 40 minutes later from when I last started trying to do this, because I realized that I actually had my save deleted, because, well, not deleted, because I never actually saved, and I had power outage, I never actually saved, and I lost all that progress. Hello, and welcome back. Let's just jump back into it. It was 2 hours, the last recording session, but admittedly, it only took me like 30-40 minutes to get back to where I was. It still was like 30-40 minutes, so I'm still annoyed by that. Hello, world. Yeah, police have plenty of issues. Police have always had issues. Shocking. All right. Okay, well, I don't actually know what else I would do on a given day outside of just go and fuck with the jail again. Right. There's a whole thing about like threatening to arrest. It's been a while, and I just went through the same thing again while skipping cutscenes. So it feels like it's been a while at the very least. Because maybe just because I spent all that time trying to do the same thing again, but alas. Man, did that ridiculous ass cop really get to me yesterday? I know what you mean. He was just whatever about it all. And super shady too.
Maybe, but
I suppose we are lucky he didn't decide to simply bring in Roku on the spot. It's a small relief, but it hasn't bought us all that much time when you consider how we need to change Alice's heart before it's too late. Which means we have to figure out a way past that gate no matter what. Well, that's the plan. I'm not really sure
Everyone
what we can
remember
do.
their
but-
roles?
Did we have a plan? Because I don't remember us having a plan. Admittedly, I went and played, finished up the Ace Attorney stuff before I came back to this. So my mind's been on different stuff for a little bit, but...
You, me, and Ryuji are going to destroy the searchlights.
No worries there.
Oh, that works.
We'll mess him up quick.
As Futaba hacks into the control panel, Aru, Makoto, and I shall protect her.
we're not to let a single shadow past us.
No worries there either.
Alright, I was volunteer distribute. Okay, I remember that now.
Okay, you guys are gonna be lifesavers. I swear I'll drop that wall, no matter what.
My goal is to lure the initial wave of enemies elsewhere. After losing them elsewhere, I'll return to you.
Thanks, Sophia, but don't be too reckless.
Got it. I won't be too reckless.
And the linchpin to this whole operation is...
You're gonna be the star of this distraction. Make it as flashy as possible.
Got it.
Time to move out. We're carving a path all the way to Alice's castle.
Hell yeah, let's do this. Oh, I was totally expecting the life will the life will change music to come on. It's like telling me to save. You forgot to save last time? Did ya? Did ya? Yeah, you did. Let's go.
Got the plan down, Pat? Then let's go!
All right.
Oh, scene.
Almost time. Yeah, let's do this.
Careful, Joker! We got one coming up!
Ooh. That's...
We're on! Right, let's go!
Is that how all the drones have been? I did not look at their faces. Hands. Really weird hands.
Whoa, there's a lot of them. All yours, Joker.
Alright. Let's go. It's gonna be solo?
Let's begin the operation. That was one hell of an entrance, Joker. They're all riled up. Just keep at it. Go ham until you've drawn every last bit of attention.
No objection.
Everyone else, proceed as planned. Joker's
I've
nothing
also
but
found
a corner,
myself
so now's your
coming
time
to
shine.
rely on. That's just a small area.
Searchlights to us. Want to support Oracle as she hacks the terminal. You're mine.
I probably can't all-out attack, can I?
Yes, slice and dice them. The enemy's starting to swarm Joker. Teach him a lesson. Joker's got the enemy big time mad. Awesome job. It's a bit longer. He's doing it all by himself, too. Now that's our Joker. I got Skull when pulling off that. Let's go. Deja vu.
They're a bit too complimentive of me.
Yeah, he's got it coming.
Oh, there we go. I think that was enough. Okay. Harder for me to fight a car. Oh my goodness, why do they have cars? Okay.
We made it. Let's rock, Joker.
That was awesome.
The party?
And they do a good job of this, is making just like the large amount of enemies feel epic in a way that the original game wasn't. As much as I don't really care for the actual combat elements of it, it's okay. Just not something I'm a personal fan of, right? It still feels real good though.
Nice moves. How do you like this? And a boop.
Persona!
Oh. Yes, Joker, do your pose.
Thank goodness we made it in time.
That couldn't have gone better, Joker.
I've returned from my diversion. The plan appears to have been a success.
Hey, great hustle out there, Sophie. Now all we have to do is storm the castle. Now the real fight begins. Let's mop up the rest of these shadows so we can get to 705.
Got it.
We're good to go. Everything all right?
Oh!
Nuclear attack.
Be gone.
Good thinking, Joker.
fucking blowing up cars. That's a fucking choice of a finisher sort of move.
Let's go.
Your health is bad.
Persona!
There we go. Time to move. Level up included.
Shadows defeated. Nice. Now nothing. Stand in our way. The barrier's down too. Let's move out while we still can.
Yep, let me just switch up the party members.
The searchlights are off now.
Looks like the plan worked. Time to breach
Indeed.
the enemy stronghold. Picking up some shadows. The guards stuck around. Add up to the KO count so we can move on. It's almost inside.
No searchlight, let's get going.
That was almost...
The searchlights in the area ahead are still active. Those will be a breeze for Joker. He can slip right past it.
No machine gun? No problem. I'm actually quite happy I'm playing on easy on the basis of this feels like just like a
That all you got?
this feels like basically power fantasy at the moment, and yeah, the easy mode makes it feel like more of a power fantasy.
So, you're the ones to fight us. You will go no further. Once you are dead, Her Majesty will be at ease.
Hello, Succubus.
What's up? Careful, guys. The enemy's no pushover. Target it.
Okay. So we also attack the fellow. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Weakness to win.
Everyone got brainwashed. That's good. And I don't really have.
I'm going too.
Okay, I need some dodge. There we go. Back to normal-ish.
Showtime. Go for it, Joker.
Silky! Andres! Silky! Andres! Take this! Yeah, let's go! Silky!
Joker, you're low on stamina. Be careful.
Showtime! Silky! Here!
Firewall forward. Plus, it's super strong. Be careful out there.
Our Slighorn! With this! Persona! I'll use this.
Queen's out of the battle. Somebody heal her up. Joker's down. This is bad.
Not yet.
Yeah, there it is. That was actually challenging. Shoot.
All shadows complete.
That takes care of that. Let's
Ooh,
get going.
that feels less of a power fantasy.
Let's come back.
No checkpoint here either. No, whatever. I guess if we lose, we'll figure out precisely how it handles losing.
Are you ready?
If it just throws me to the title screen.
Let's go.
If it's a very Persona thing, or like old school Persona, or if it's more new school Persona.
All right, we're in.
I'm picking up that treasure-like smell right above us in the throne room. Let's go.
Got it. It's not dawdle then.
Ugh, it's locked. Try finding a mechanism somewhere here.
Okay. These things probably. Why not? Okay, that's what I figured would happen.
Incoming.
Oh my fucking goodness. Fucking hell, Third Eye! Ah. Of course, Third Eye. I forgot about Third Eye. There we go. Third Eye. Oh my god, I forget about Third Eye.
Hey, that did it. Good sleuthing, Joker. Let's get on up.
Yeah. Oops. Thank you, Morgana, for being more explicit about needing to use Third Eye. That last little hint. More of it? No. Just there.
Not sensing any shadows just yet.
I don't know.
Intruders! Get them! How dare you filth defy Her Majesty!
Let's keep going.
Incoming. We're surrounded.
We're getting surrounded a lot, aren't we?
Sure.
Oh, right. Now take.
Okay, elevator time. And unshockingly, this is how the elevator works.
Get out.
There we go. Ah, easy peasy.
We've awakened to a new power.
This grants couch type ups, HP recovery, SP, among other beneficial. SP would be very, very appreciated. Oh my goodness, that would be appreciated.
That was a pretty rough ride. Everyone holding up?
They really aren't messing around with us anymore. We've gone quite a ways up already. How much further to the top?
There should be a stairwell on the other side of that door.
Perfect. Because there's totally not going to be a battle in this place with Cracker Barrel thingamabobs.
Basic filth. You'll never reach the Royal Hall. The cost of defying Her Majesty is your heads.
Which head? I guess both heads if it's heads.
Incoming! The exploring can wait until we know it's safe. Serious.
Okay, yeah, no, never mind. That's, yeah, I bet.
Take it! Have them now! It's over!
Sorry, I was getting flipped. Which set of weaknesses was mine and... Whoopsie daisy.
Aw, what? Now this door won't open.
But this door leads to the stairwell. Maybe we should check outside. Could be
Why?
worthwhile.
What is the logic?
Focus.
Maybe there is no stairwell.
Oh, how about this way? Let's see where they take us.
That treasure-like smell isn't far now. Let's get to the roof.
Sure, you know what? Why not?
This is where the smell's coming from. Be ready for anything, guys.
Is this some kind of birdcage?
What is this doing here?
And where's Alice?
She doesn't seem to be here.
Hey, look!
Is that a treasure? No. I can tell now this is something completely different from a treasure. Everyone, hide! Shadows ahead. What are they doing here?
Have you brought all the desires?
Yes, sir. This is all of them so far.
Desires.
More are coming soon. Capture every last one of them, seize their desires, and bring them here.
So, I mean, is it just because this is a protected area that they can do stuff with them? And you don't have to worry about someone, stealing the desires? So if it's not desires, and it's not a treasure, or if it's not a treasure up there, could it also be, I guess, out of things that come to mind, also desire? Not sure what else.
Understood, sir. Hey, those are
desires.
Yeah, they do look awfully familiar.
Yeah, they're the same as what we saw the other day.
A big ol' bigger thing of desires. Okay.
Where'd they go? What was all that?
Is it make her desires our desires, or make their desires her desires? That's the element of it. It's less about directly controlling it, but putting them in line with hers.
They said they were bringing desires here, right?
So those jewels are the desires? They looked like they got sucked up into that light.
There's no question. That treasure-like shimmering up there, that's the desire.
That is?
We did hear Alice was collecting them.
But that was a pile of gems. How come they turned into that shimmery thing?
This is just speculation, but maybe that up there is the original form of a desire? After all, people's desires don't naturally have a single concrete form, because we all find our own desires precious. That could be why they look like gems here. When the people had their desires seized by the shadows, they consciously felt them being taken, so the desires took form then.
But what turned them back into light? Their desires are still stolen.
Maybe Alice is considered their owner now that they're in her birdcage here. Alice doesn't seem to believe they can be stolen back. That's why they turned back into their base form.
Does seem to follow logically.
At any rate, if we reclaim the Desires and release them from this cage, people may well return to normal.
Yeah, that's definitely worth a try.
One moment. How does one steal light?
Make a tape form.
Yep. With a calling card. A calling card? What is that? It's how we make that shimmery light take material form. If we make the owner aware that someone is after their treasure, it takes form. Desires should work the same way. To do it, we send a calling card to our target that says we're going to steal whatever is most precious to them.
It does also track with the theory about how the gems work and whatnot, and that was the Desires taking form, right? How did they make their Desires take form? Couldn't we do the same thing instead of a calling card without needing a calling card if we did the same thing as what she did to make them take form in gem form?
I got it. I think.
Are we sure it'll work, though? This isn't a palace with a treasure.
Nothing is obtained without action. We must at least try first.
For now, let's focus on securing our infiltration route.
Hell yeah! I'm getting there first!
Good job.
Are you okay?
That's more data for us, Ryuji. You did a good job getting info for us.
What was that?
I swear Skull ran into some kind of jail cell door. Is there another barrier?
Am I hearing something?
Sophie, wait!
You just go away.
What do you think you're doing looking at the guys like that?
She is like such a waste of space, you know?
Totally. She's such a loser. It hurts to look at her.
No. I just...
The hell was that?
You heard it too? A memory hidden by the monarch.
Sophie, are you alright?
No problem here. However, I did figure something out. That memory we heard is the key to the barrier.
How's that?
This cage is currently locked. You're right. What's that doing there? It will require a key, which we will find in the room those voices came from. It will be some sort of secret room, but we can't find this room here. We need to return to reality for that.
Reality? Why is that?
The room has been completely isolated. Its entrance exists only in the real world.
How'd you know all that? One of your programs or something?
I do not know. I merely sense it. Maybe the lock on this cage is somehow linked to a lock in Alice's heart.
Mona-chan?
If Sophie's right, what we heard just now is a memory of the monarch. That means it's extremely important to her. I have a feeling that memory is acting as the lock on her heart, keeping us from getting past that door.
So the lock's an important memory.
Are we saying that it's something that she doesn't remember and we need to like remind her of in order to open up the heart on that topic? Or do we need to do something else?
It's only natural that the key to this place would be hidden somewhere that no one would find.
That logic is indeed sound, but how is it possible?
This is all just speculation so far. I've never seen anything like this either.
This could be another difference between the palaces and this jail.
We can't reach the secret room in this world, you said?
Correct. We must find the location in reality instead.
And that would be...
I was not able to detect it.
But it should be related to those voices somehow, right?
I could be wrong, but didn't it sound like someone was getting bullied?
Looking at guys like that.
Maybe school age?
That could be.
Brilliant deduction, Panther.
I'm just no stranger to hearing that kind of stuff, is all.
Panther.
If she's right, does that mean the key we need is somewhere in Alice's old school?
That would be logical. Alright, let's go do some investigating back in the real world next. We're gonna need a calling card, too. Looks like we've got our work cut out for us.
Got it. Okay, so what school? Did you just happen to go to the same school as us? That seems like the most likely answer to this sort of problem, right?
What the what? How are there no results?
Really? But isn't stuff like where celebs went to high school easy to find online?
Usually, yeah. But this time, no hits. Even on the underground sites. All I'm seeing is fake info from deluded fans. Even if she changed her name, there'd still be traces of that somewhere. Usually.
Shit, even you can't find Futaba?
This reeks of a serious scrub job. Someone, probably her, intentionally hid her past.
This is quite the setback. If we don't discover Alice's alma mater, we'll never find a way into that secret room.
But isn't it, like, impossible to just erase stuff from the internet on your own?
How else could we approach this?
What if Mako-chan's sister looks into it for us? She's a prosecutor turned lawyer. Maybe she'll have access to useful intel we couldn't gather ourselves.
Very good point. Now, from a very meta standpoint, why don't we just go to the only school that's been, like, modeled before for this series in this, or in the Persona 5, area? We could just try there first.
Oh, that could work. Think it's doable, Makoto?
I don't have a problem doing it, but how exactly would I go about asking? Personal information and histories are legally protected, so I doubt she'd readily agree to hand that over to us.
Yeah, just asking her to tell us where Alice went to school is not gonna fly.
I hear you there. I really don't want to wind up on the other side of a table with her getting all, "Answer me!"
Ah, okay. Alice Hiragi's school.
Oh my goodness.
It's the guy from...
The shady detective.
Now that they, know about us and shit, do they just, have they, profiled us to know where we meet up? Because this is the same meetups, place we've had so many times, isn't it? I outside of LeBlanc, which is, sort of obvious. We've been here so many times.
I'm PubSec, not just some cop detective. Wait, I'm not shady.
Yes, quite.
Incredibly shady, yes.
These kids are something else. Would you quit saying that kind of stuff with that smile on your face?
So what do you want?
Come on, enough of the cold shoulder. You know I'm trying to help you out.
You help us?
You want to know where Alice Hiragi went to school, right?
Are you a stalker? I mean, yeah, that's an appropriate answer.
Now there's an accurate description of PubSec if I ever heard one. For some reason, there's almost no personal info available on Alice Hiragi, especially prior to her debut. That is just a big old blank. So, since this is giving you all a hard time, I've swooped in to lend a hand. Intel and Alice would be no sweat for me over in PubSec HQ, so how about it? Want some help?
Nah, we're good. We'll handle it on our own.
Yep, just a little more time and I'll get it myself.
Great! Happy to help. But wait, come on now. This is a real deal connection here. Just be grateful and take the intel.
We're sorry, we just have zero trust in the police.
I told you to stop smiling when you say that.
Why?
Fine. I've got to earn your trust first. I get it.
Haru, let me give you a hug. I love that you said that with a smile on your face. Such sincere convictions, I think, is a positive thing, right? It's not like she's being, angry or mean about it. She's just like, sorry, we just don't trust you in the slightest. It's, the most wholesome way to, have problems with, police.
Alice Hiragi is your senpai.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
She attended Kosei High?
Hmm?
Oh, yeah.
No, everyone's senpai but yours.
She went to Shujin?
And don't forget it. Because you owe me one now. Got it?
Nope, we didn't ask for it. I'm not owing you shit.
Well, there he
He
goes.
just desperately wants that.
It's hard to gauge whether he's friend or foe.
More importantly, how did he know where Alice went to school?
Could the police already have their eyes on her as well?
It's possible. And it would mean
that we can trust him. For now, at least.
I know, it would make sense. If you're looking into this, if all these things are happening around her, you'd keep your eyes on her at least. And then you'd start looking into her a little bit and notice that a lot of her info is really hard to come by. And then you'd start digging up more stuff and be like, yeah, this is suspicious. You probably, if you thought it was the Phantom Thieves, think that she's working with the Phantom Thieves in some capacity, not against. So, I think he's probably going to be on our side, you know, but at the same time,
Well, I guess all we can do now is try it. We can find the secret room if we go to Shujin, right?
That appears to be correct. Everything should go and we'll have access.
Wow, huh? Sure. Yeah.
That's settled. Let's all head to Shujin now. There's no point in dawdling here.
Yeah, Makoto's right. Time to check out Shujin Academy.
Yeah. No objection. Well, hopefully I'm allowed to go back in. I don't think I got to school there anymore. Okay. Off to our destination.
Are we sure this is right? I'm not seeing anything weird.
I have no doubt. This place gives me the same sensation as when I touched the birdcage.
Weird.
Think this is what would bring me back here.
Getting nostalgic? I am too.
I suppose so, even though it's only been about half a year. Still, I had no idea Alice Hiragi graduated from Shujin.
I didn't either. And I figured a student council president would know better than anyone about celebrity graduates.
Perhaps she had a past here that she wished to erase.
What do you mean?
Those voices we heard in her jail. Those cutting words and that painful cry. I don't know whether she was one of the instigators or the victim of such bullying. However she experienced it. Left such a gaping wound in her heart that she refuses to even acknowledge the truth of the matter.
And that truth took place right here.
So that's why Shujin has a secret room.
Well, we should get moving. What's next?
We may not be in Shibuya, but this place is still linked to its jail. Inputting the proper Emma keyword should permit access as usual.
Okay, let's try it. Everybody ready?
Yeah, we're ready. Keyword, Wonderland.
Keyword successfully entered. Beginning navigation.
Okay, let's go. Oop. Did that? Okay, it seemed like it flickered there in a weird way for a second.
So, it's a classroom? Is this what a school is like? It's rather different than how the internet makes it appear.
The cognitive distortion's really strong here. What's going on?
Hey, look!
A ghost!
No.
Are you seriously crying? Ugh, how pathetic. Trying to get us to go easy on you. You tricked him the same way too, didn't you?
No, I'd never do that.
What? What is this? God, you're disgusting. Seriously, why are you still alive? Do us a favor and die already.
She must have been a relatively recent graduate too, if it was in an age where her classmates had smartphones. Not that she's that old, right? Smartphones are. What the?
What the
That
hell?
is different.
Careful, here it comes!
Yeah, that is straight up different.
Can't you get it through your thick skull? No one wants you around.
Oh shit, what the hell is going on? This thing just flipped out of nowhere.
The room's also changed. As these prison cells.
No time! Here it comes!
Look sharp, folks.
Okay.
We should avoid wasting energy on our attacks.
Okay, what do we
Read the
got?
enemy's movements and respond in kind.
weak to a lot of shit.
Take it! I will handle this.
What is with this thing?
I have no reason not to do this,
Whatever
right?
that thing is, it's horrible.
Ravage them!
What the hell's up with this room, too? It's supposed to have birthday theaters like this.
He is most assuredly here. It must be hidden somewhere within the cell.
Let's go.
Fit to search for it now. Focus on the enemy first.
Persona! You're mine!
Following up! Joker got in a follow-up attack! Damn! As always, Joker!
Whoa, that was sweet!
Strike!
I lost the reading! Where'd it go?
Yeah, that's let's get into something. Okay, there it is. Let's get into some invincibility state before, right?
Flipping all over the place now! Quit cheating, damn it!
Following up! Joker got in a follow-up attack!
You won't know what hit you!
There were some truly terrible things said in the classroom as well.
I believe we've seen why Alice drove so far to wipe the records of her time at school.
Oh, there it is.
Go get your crooks! Keep a safe distance!
Let's go! Pixie! His power! Now! Be gone! Persona! Arsene!
There it is.
I will handle this.
It's tough, but it's weak to fire! You can handle this!
Yeah, we don't have anyone with like. We don't have any allies with good options on this.
So fucking gross. It's like ghastly size now or something.
Hell yeah! That did it!
Hang on. Something's up.
Okay. So this is our way. We can go back to the jail after this and get through now? Maybe? Possibly. Maybe it's just the lock, not the key.
What do we got here?
What? What?
Ah, damn, that is a long ass chain. Good job, us.
I can do much with this.
That's fun.
What was that rumbling?
Oh, no.
The birdcage in the jail is now unlocked. We will be able to access it.
For real?
It appears our most recent target held the key.
In other words, we defeated the warden guarding the key.
A warden in Alice's memories. A key to the cage in her jail. So a different shadow held the key, not Alice's?
What are you going on about?
Oh, okay. So this isn't her place. This is like a Mementos minor little palace area with cognitive. Maybe it is formed by Alice's distortions in some capacity, but it is like someone else's shadow, right? That girl, the bullies.
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking how many differences there are from the palaces. Good point. The palaces don't have any rooms like these, or wardens guarding keys in hidden locations.
It's as if the more we learn, the messier the situation gets.
If it weren't for Sophie, we wouldn't have even made it here.
Have I been helpful to the Phantom Thieves?
Mm-hmm. You know it.
Okay, so I guess another thing to keep in mind, so jails versus palaces. The fact that I guess, it seems like they're suggesting that a palace is born out of the distorted desires of an individual on the basis of, like, thinking, like, really well of themselves, right? While maybe a jail, by the nature of it being a jail even in the name, is more about the distorted desires in the opposite directions, where it is insecurities that you're, like, making up for, basically, right? It is something like... it's something like... Palace is for, like, very positive affirmation, like, positive in the sense, like, it is positive towards yourself, not like it's a good thing. Positive affirmations towards you, and this is more about negative affirmations towards yourself, that sort of thing.
Praise accepted.
Yay.
Well, we'll praise you all you want later. We've got a birdcage to bust open.
True. We have one last task in the real world first. Let's send Alice the calling card and take back those desires.
If we don't have a life will change sort of moment at some point in this, I'll feel so stolen from me.
Okay, all that's left is send in the calling card. What should it say?
We're after the desires that Alice is seizing from the people whose hearts she changed, right? Then don't we have to write something like, "We shall take back the desires you've seized"?
Smart. Using the same logic that works on treasures is probably our best shot.
Once the desire takes form, we can steal it. If we return the victims their own desires,
Everyone should return to normal. So, what'll happen to Alice then?
Well, she should be having a change of heart and confessing soon after.
Actually, that's not set in stone. What we're stealing this time are the desires that Alice seized from others. This isn't her own desire or ambition. Or like the treasure we found in Palaces.
Well,
there's no way of knowing whether or not Alice's heart will be changed.
it is a big blob of desire. Are we saying that none of those desires are her desire as well?
even if we rescue her victims, without a change of heart in Alice, this will just turn into a pointless cycle.
But if the calling card works, her desire will manifest inside the birdcage. That creates a high probability that we'll encounter Alice's shadow there.
We did cause quite a scene destroying the lock.
Whether through words or fists, don't we still have the opportunity to change her heart via her shadow?
Then let's do it! Let's take her head on! Oh, sorry. I know that's the dangerous approach, but if you guys are all up for it, I want to rescue Alice too. Not just her victims. Alice said she wanted to be a ray of light that could inspire people suffering through life.
You mean when she was on TV? I don't know if she really meant all that.
Well, I do. I get why she said it. Because of all the bullying in her past.
Makes sense. Like, I think it's... it is a distorted desire of what you're achieving. Like, maybe she does have, like, good intentions at, like, the basis of it. You could say the same for some of the palace people, right? The people that we had palaces of. You know what? Never mind. It's probably not positive versus negative. Because, like, Futaba's palace was a negative affirmation. Like, I'm just trying to think through it. Is it just that it's a different source, maybe? Like, instead of having, like, the Holy Grail and all that sort of fun stuff being the source of all the palaces and stuff, it's just a different source. Maybe that's why it's different between palace and jail. I'm sure the reason is, like, arbitrary, and it's just something they could, like, sort of shove in, because this is, like, a let's have fun with it sequel, right? This isn't, like, to think about it too deeply. I'm sure it's something of that nature, but it still makes me curious, right?
I mean, doesn't it seem like we saw part of Alice's trauma in the secret room?
Trauma? It's like an invisible wound in a person's heart. It comes from living through painful experiences. A wound in a heart.
Maybe that trauma's the whole reason the jail formed.
Trauma distorted Alice's heart, giving birth to the jail. That is very similar to Palace Generation. I've got to say it's possible.
But how is that trauma relevant to Alice's current behavior?
This is just a hunch, but I think she sees what she's doing as some kind of revenge against the kinds of girls who treated her badly.
Stealing someone's dude right in front of her as revenge to Alice? Oh, that's pretty sick.
But her Shadow's operation is way too massive for that to be all. She just has too many victims already.
What if she simply kept escalating because no one was there to stop her? Becoming a monarch must create an awful amount of distortion.
all that only makes me want to help Alice more. If her heart's grown that distorted, then I want her to at least remember how it feels being a ray of light for somebody. Is she beyond helping at this point? I don't know. But there has to be someone who at least tries. We can't just abandon Alice.
Oh, Lady Ann.
Oh, you're so kind. No, I'm not going the Morgana route. I think it is definitely. I'm not saying she's wrong, but it is a little bit just like if you could set someone back on the right path, it is an affirmation of your own.
That could be. I just can't believe she was lying when she said that.
I'm with you. Let's do it.
No objections here either. However, should we engage her in combat, we must avoid taking her life at all costs.
Absolutely. That's out of the question.
Best case scenario, just talk her out of it.
Guys, do you think I could write the calling card this time? There's something I need to tell her personally.
Make it badass.
You know it! This is gonna be our best one so far.
Writing a calling card? Need any help?
Ooh, you can help me with the phrasing, Sophia.
Awesome. All we gotta figure out now is the delivery.
I may have a plan for that. This is a special reunion of the Phantom Thieves. We gotta do this right.
Very nice. Is there anything we got to make sure? I don't know, like, what there even is to do, because it doesn't seem like there's much to do when you're outside of the jails and stuff. This doesn't feel like Persona, where you have, like, a bunch of stuff to do, and you're constantly managing your time. It feels like I'm just going in and doing it, and then I have some, like, I can take a breather out here, basically. Which is fine.
You never see it coming.